Saturdays. And I am back here with Jim Tillich from Breck Fine Art Gallery. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
We were just talking about the snow, and you said it's starting to come down.
It is just starting now. I was amazed. I mean, I'm ready for it. You know?
I'm ready for it too. It is wintertime.
It is. It's supposed to snow.
And for folks that maybe when they're done skiing and riding or doing their outside activities, or perhaps if they're not into skiing and riding and they just want to check out all the wonderful things that our community has to offer, Breck Fine Art Gallery is a great outlet for that because you bring in a lot of cool culture from everywhere.
Yes, there's usually something that they can relate to because art is emotional. And so in the art business, you're looking for what will touch that person's heart. Have they been there? Do they like those colors? Does that composition encourage them, or what does it do for them? It's an emotional experience, and I have a lot of good art.
You do, and I think one of my favorite things is when you come in, you bring in some samples of your artwork that's over at the gallery, and you also bring in artists as well,
Right.
and they do live
Right.
demonstrations, which is so cool to see. And you guys, I mean, you go to like ends of the earth, like I mean, pretty much you guys can name the country, and Jim has been there and knows an artist there.
Pretty much. I go to a lot of places, and also, there is no one has the right or the best artists or the best anything. It's a person here, there, and yonder, in whatever country they're in, where art clicks with them, and they're able to express themselves because art is expression. And so I find them everywhere.
I think that's
real strange places,
Well,
Moldova, or
exactly
or wherever.
Well, and so speaking of interesting places, let's talk about Robert Hagen, who you have sent in some of his artwork for us to chat about this morning. And you were telling me about him, and I looked at them and I said, "Oh, this guy, he's a cowboy."
He is an outdoors person, yes. Actually, and you're looking at his beautiful work now.
Yes.
He loves the snow. He comes to the mountains and he paints here. He lives in Australia, but he comes here to paint, say, twice a year.
Okay.
So these, this one and the other were actually painted on a ranch near here.
I see.
Of course, in the snow, but he did a few sketches and he does a few photographs, so he gets the idea of that day, how the snow is falling, what it felt like. And Robert he was an educator for many years, and then he decided, I'm going to be an artist. And he walked out the door. He gave his notice and left, began painting all over Australia.
Right, and I mean, look at this. I mean, this is a taste of the Wild Wild West right here. I feel like.
It's action.
Yes.
Now,
you can
since
hear it.
I have a ranching background as well when I was a kid, so you don't really ride into the water and rope a cow, but why not paint it and make it fun?
I get it. Like I said, I can hear this. I can hear it in my head. And I think what's interesting about Robert is that he never had a lesson.
Never took lessons. He went to work painting, but people are very critical. When you're out in the street painting, people look at it and say, oh, especially young kids, what is that, a horse or a dog? They just say what they think.
Right.
And Robert learned that way. I think someone said he sold his first piece of art for $5 or something.
Oh my goodness.
He just started growing. But it turned into a real career for him. Now he's been painting for me for about 20 years, over 20 years.
Oh my gosh. See, this is what I'm saying. Jim, you find these amazing artists all over the world, and then you keep these relationships with them. And this is the tip of the iceberg, folks. This is like, so you have another artist that you have brought in as well.
Yes, Michael Floor, a California boy. He's very interesting because he was a child prodigy. And oftentimes, and this is Venice you're looking at, he paints all over the world now, and he's actually got quite a large following.
Very cool.
He wants to capture emotion, so you notice how he's got cool and warm mixed. That always draws you because you've got a base of calm, cool, collected, and then you've got the bright sunshine hitting the top of the cathedral there in Venice. He was a child prodigy, learned all the right methods, how to do the brushstroke, all the things, how to prepare the canvas, but I mean, far more than that, but those are simple basics.
Right. So kind of classically trained.
Yes, all the proper training. Then when he went out and became an artist, he painted what he wanted, not what they wanted.
Right, not what the school told him to.
Which is what makes a living for any artist.
Sure, sure. And here's another one of his pieces that we have.
He is a very romantic person at heart, and oftentimes there'll be a lady sitting in the chair at the bar or wherever.
Okay.
That's his wife. She is his model, and pretty much he'll say, "Okay, well, we need a red coat now." And she'll say, "Well, just paint a red coat."
Right, right. Use your imagination. You're an artist.
But he paints all the major hotels, bars, famous places, and he's got, like I said, a good following because he has a structured brushstroke, which attracts some people.
Right.
Now others, kind of like the Russians artists, the brushstrokes just go all over the place. It's their color and the application. But with most American artists, it's a little bit of structure helps because our whole country is kind of based on structure, if you will.
Sure, I understand that. That makes a lot of sense.
Everything goes together.
See, I love how you break all this down.
Language, culture, your background, it all goes together, and then you put it together into a piece of art.
And it's all housed at the Breckenridge Fine Art Gallery, too.
Yes.
And where are you located for folks who aren't familiar?
421 South Main.
Okay.
Right on down Main Street. When you get to Park Street, I'm on the right-hand side, right on the corner. Easy to find.
Very easy to find.
Yes.
And Jim, what are your hours as well? Because you're there a lot.
10 in the morning until 8 at night.
Okay, 10 in the morning until 8 at night.
And we have good tea and good coffee.
Oh, excellent. Good tea and good coffee. And the weather coming in will be perfect for that.
It should,
Yes.
because if it's too snowy, people get out of the snow and come in and say, "Oh, look at art today."
Right.
If it's too beautiful and the weather is just perfect, then we have to wait a little while till they come in. Till they get tired of skiing.
Right. I have a feeling you're going to be busy this weekend.
I think we will, yes.
Well, thank you for coming in and giving us our Friday morning dose of culture here. I wish we'd have you on every morning to talk about this, but
thank
it's always
you.
a pleasure. And folks, you can check it out and go visit Jim and his wonderful works of art over at Breckenridge Fine Art Gallery. Don't go anywhere. We've got lots more Summit Sunrise to come.